Hello, I am Rachel. Welcome to 11 Plus Past Papers. In this video I am going through how to answer the standard version of the 11 Plus sample paper. I will put a link to the free 11 Plus paper that accompanies this video within the description. Do feel free to download this free paper and other materials that help you on your 11 Plus journey using the links provided in the description. We have been supporting students to pass harder level 11 Plus exams since 2008. Take a look at our website for further advice on undertaking 11 Plus exams. You'll find tips, recommendations and links to useful materials to help. It is a growing resource which is updated regularly. The process for preparing for an 11 Plus exam is simple. Firstly, find out the subjects covered in the exam from maths, English, verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning. Secondly, find out the level of the maths and English paper you are taking. I will be adding a growing list of paper levels onto my website. Thirdly, work through the appropriate materials and papers to prepare. As a rule of thumb, most grammar school papers use a higher level paper. Many private school papers are standard level, but higher level papers are used for some private schools, so do take care to check this carefully. We recommend you begin your journey using easy, then when ready, move to standard, then onto harder papers. Why not have a go at this paper before you watch the video? It's a short paper and should not take more than 30 minutes to complete. Then when you have completed the paper, use the answers within this video to mark your paper. The timestamps are provided in the description so that you can scroll straight to the answers you need if you only wish to review specific ones. Feel free to watch the video to help you to review any questions that you've not been able to answer. Seeing an alternative way of answering a question is sometimes a useful way of enhancing skills and confidence. Watching the video might help you to reinforce methods for questions that you have found hard, or perhaps help you to speed up your calculations. Question 1. Find 35% of 120. To answer this, we can use fractions to help. Write 35% as a fraction. Of in maths means to multiply. Simplify the fraction first. Then cross-cancel. Then multiply the fraction. Top by top, bottom by bottom. The answer is 42. Question 2. What is the acute angle made by the minute hand on an analog clock traveling between 10 am and 10:18? An analog clock is a clock with hands. The duration between 10 am and 10:18 is 18 minutes. Show the 18 minutes as a fraction out of an hour. Show this as an equivalent fraction of a full turn by multiplying both numbers of our fraction by 6 to reach 360 on the bottom. This makes 108 over 360. The answer is the top number. The answer is 108. Question 3. Simplify 14a, minus 12b, minus 3a and 5b. Question 3 involves simplifying an expression. An expression is a set of terms, mostly they are letters, separated with maths operations such as add or subtract. Unlike equations, expressions do not have an equals in them. Simplifying an expression means that we summarize the amount of terms we have by collecting the amounts of letters that are the same. I have colored the A terms in blue, and the B terms in green. The number to the left of the letter tells us how many of each of the letters we have. You may note that the sign on the left of each letter is also colored. This is because the sign to the left relates to the term. We can think of the expressions as moving around, as long as the sign to the left goes with them too, so that the letters which are the same can be collected together more easily. Now that the alike terms are beside each other, we can quickly add up how many A and B letters we have in total. The answer is 11A minus 7B. Question 4. What is the area of the shape below? Area is the space inside a shape. In this shape, the measures are not subject to scale. The shape below is compound, which means it's made up of, in this case, two other shapes which are rectangles. Each rectangle has been colored differently. The area of a rectangle is length multiplied by width. Find the area of each rectangle. Rectangle A is 7.5 multiplied by 2.4, which is 18. Rectangle B is 5.25 multiplied by 4, which is 21. Multiplying decimals is easy. To calculate A, we can do this by treating the numbers as whole numbers. We can partition them to be 20 and 4 and 70 and 5 and multiply them together. We then add the numbers together. The decimal can be added later. The decimal was 1 from the right in both of our numbers, so it'll be 2 places from the right in the answer. To calculate b, we can multiply by 4 by doubling and doubling again. Double 5.25 is 10.5. Double 10.5 is 21. Add the two areas for a and b together. This gives 39. Don't forget, for area we need to show the unit of measure for area, so our final answer is 39 centimeters squared. Question 5, 1400 divided by 0.01. We can convert the decimal to a fraction. So the question becomes 1400 divided by 1/100th. We can treat this as a dividing fraction question and answer with keep it switch it flip it method. Multiply the top by top, bottom by bottom. This gives the answer of 140,000. Question 6, solve the equation 6a add 5 equals to 4a add 7. To solve two-sided equations we remove the smallest amount of the letters from both sides. The smallest amount of the letter is 4a. If we take this from both sides we are left with 2a and 5 equals 7. Next we can remove the smallest amount of the number from both sides. We are left with 2a equals 2. Finally we can divide both sides by 2, which gives 1a equals 1. Question 7, 4 and 1/3 added to 3 and 1/2. For addition of mixed numbers we can add the whole numbers, then we can add the fractions. To multiply the fractions we can use the butterfly method. Multiply the numbers along the butterfly wings, so the denominator by the numerator for each of the wings, then add them together. 1 times 2 and 1 times 3, then add them together to be the top number. To find the bottom of the fraction we multiply the denominators together. Our answer is 5/6. We add the whole number and the fraction together to reach our answer of 7 and 5/6. Question 8. How many cubes of 1 cm by 2 cm by 3 cm will fit into the cuboid below? The larger cuboid is 15 cm by 2 cm by 3 cm. To answer this question we need to work out the volume of the large cuboid, the volume of the small cuboid, and then divide the large answer by the small one to see how many fit inside. For the large cuboid it's 15 times 2 by 3, this gives 90 centimeters cubed. The small cuboid is 1 by 2 by 3, which gives 6 centimeters cubed. 90 divided by 6 gives 15. Question 9. A class of 30 students were asked whether they had any brothers or sisters. The results are shown in the Venn diagram below. How many students had no brothers or sisters? To answer this question, we firstly count the number of students there are in the Venn diagram. We can then find the difference between this and the total class size. The answer is 5. Question 10. The sum of two numbers is 197. The difference of the numbers is 83. What are the two numbers? This can be answered using simple letters for numbers. We can write the sum of the numbers using letters A and B equals 197. We can write the difference of the numbers using letters A take B equals 83. If we add the two lines together we can 2A equals 280. If we divide each side by 2 we get A equals 140. If 140 is A, then B is the difference to reach 197. The answers for all questions are here. Each question is worth 1 mark and the paper is out of 10. Question 1, 42. Question 2, 108. Question 3, 11A and minus 7B. Question 4, 39 centimeters squared. Question 5, 140,000. Question 6, 1. Question 7, 7 and 5/6. Question 8, 15. Question 9, 5. Question 10, A is 140 and B is 57. Well done for reaching this stage of the paper. See you again soon.